Hi, really quick video. I want to show you an experiment I did with the new YouTube Promotions tab. It used to be in a beta, but now I think it's a fully fledged version. So let me show you what I did. I didn't spend a lot of money just because it was an experiment, just because I'm thinking of spending a bit of money to promote my channel in the future. So I experimented for 1 week with my very first video, and let me show the results so you can think about using the YouTube Promotions. Okay, I'm gonna go into my YouTube studio, go to content. Now over here you see this Promotions tab. It used to say beta, but now it's a full version, and you can see the promotion I've been running, and it's still running. Tomorrow is the last day, but I think I have enough information to kind of share it with you guys and just to tell you how much it costs per view and things like that. So the video I'm promoting is my very first video, and it's this money after university video. It's a really short one. You can pretty much guess it's not the best one, so I'm not really proud of it. One thing, if you're thinking about using YouTube Promotions, and you can read about all of it on Reddit, different people have had different experience with it, and some people have made a video about using it on YouTube. So I suggest you go on YouTube, go on Reddit, do your research before you spend any money on YouTube Promotions. And let me tell you why. This is the analytics of the video I ran a promotion on, and you can see the average percentage views. So this is the retention graph. And why this is important is because based on the retention of your video, YouTube will decide whether the video is actually worth it. If a lot of people drop off by the 30th second, right about here, ideally you would want like 50% retention, right? So over here we've got 29. You can see a lot of people drop off in the first 5-10 seconds. This is usually what you would see happening with using Google Ads or YouTube Promotions. And it's because using ads to promote your video to people, sometimes people would click on the ad and get really disappointed really quickly, so they would drop off. This would cause a drop in retention. Ideally, you shouldn't be using any type of promotion services on your videos that are performing well. If you've got a strong video, so let me show you one of my strong videos. It's not really strong in terms of view count, but it is strong in terms of retention. So this is kind of a good retention. You've got by the 30th second 50% retention, and then you can see all of the people that didn't really want to watch me or the video content dropped off by this time, and then all of the rest stayed until the end of the video. You can see this is a linear downward sloping trend of people dropping off. This is a good retention. So 23% of all viewers stay until the end, which is really good. So I wouldn't want to run promotions on a good video like that. So I was happy to sacrifice and run an experiment on my first video because I wasn't really proud of it, so I didn't really care if YouTube promoted my very first video to my future subscribers or viewers. So I'm happy to use it as a guinea pig. So this is the result. Let me show you how much I spent and what the promotions is like. If you want to run a promotion, really quick tutorial, click on new promotion, then it asks you what type of promotion you want to run. Before, I think they didn't have this option. It used to be video views. Basically, they try to show your video to as many as people as possible, which also means they put your video on in-stream ads, which means that it can pop up as a skippable ad during a video. And those 5 seconds people watch your video before they click skip, it's actually what ruins your retention. Now they've got this option, which is audience growth, where they focus on getting more subscribers, meaning that they will show your video. Let me just click next. They explain how they show your video to people over here. So it says your video will be placed among other videos on the feed, search results, and watch next, which is not a skippable ad. So it doesn't ruin your retention unless the person clicks on the video with an intention to actually watch it. And then if they decide to drop off the video, that's totally fine, but they've actually clicked on the video with an intention. So the likelihood that they will stay for longer is a bit higher because they are not forced in any way to click on the video in the first place. Whereas if you click on video views, they say it's an in-stream skippable ad, which means that 99% of people will skip the ad. You're just a viewer watching a video, and then a skippable ad turns up with somebody else's video. You don't want to watch that, so you just want to click skip and continue watching your previous video, right? So I did audience growth, then you select one of the videos from your channel. So I select this one, then it's gonna show you how it looks like. You can click on edit promotion headline. Over here, it's a good way to test your titles. So you can change the title over here. So if I enter something else, you would see over here the heading would change. So you can do an A/B test of your title. You can say that. Then you go to targeting. It only allows you to select the language. So you can either go for English, or if you skip the English and just select the countries that usually speak English, then you just select those countries, then continue, tell it the budget. So don't pay attention to this one. They want you to spend a lot of money, but don't pay attention to this. So you can select £5 or dollars and then ask it to spread out the cost of $5 through 10 days. And why would you do that? Well, it says over here you're spending 31 pence per day. And why would you do that is because the ad you're running is teaching itself how to find a better audience. So at the beginning, I would do a really small budget like this, let it run for a few days, then it begins to find the proper audience that wants to click on your video. So then it will begin to accumulate more views with the same amount of money. So if you track this every day, you should recognize when this is happening, and then you can boost the budget to kind of double down on the money that's spent now that the ad algorithm has defined your audience. So this is how to do it. Now this is what I've gotten to. I've targeted high intent countries. Since my channel is purely in English and talks about personal finance and investing and property, I've targeted United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and then New Zealand, and also some countries where I've seen that are watching my channel and my videos quite frequently. So I researched that, and these countries tend to have a lot of people that have learned English as a second language. So you have a lot of English speakers in those countries. Obviously Australia is native English. So that's Germany, usually Austria as well. I haven't added Austria. Netherlands. So in terms of cost, I've spent £2.92, which is just above $3, and I had 30 views, 2 subscribers. I've seen a lot of people on Reddit also talking about the subscribers being fake and being bots because they don't see any activity. I've actually seen activity, I've actually had likes, and this is not an unrealistic number. So 5,000 impressions, 2 subscribers from 30 views. I mean, it is a lot of subscribers from 30 views, but take into consideration that people clicked on my video with an actual intent of watching it. If 28 people didn't like it and 2 people liked it, then they could have subscribed, right? So it's not unrealistic. I can't say if those 2 people are actually returning viewers, and I can't say if they have any activity or if they're bots. I don't have any information to confirm that. I just want to say that it's pretty realistic. In terms of cost per view, roughly you can see it's like 10 pence or 10 cents per view, which is really, really expensive. And I'm going to show you a future video where I've experimented with Google Ads, where I've done the targeting on a video a bit better, targeting my audience, and where my ad is shown on YouTube. And you can see that my cost per view is actually 3 cents, which is, 3 times lower than this one. And this is because YouTube Promotions shows your video to whatever it thinks it's the best audience. You can't input any other targeting option. So it's just showing it to a lot of people, and then some people is obviously not your best targeted audience. And that's why from 5,000 impressions, only 30 people clicked it and only 2 subscribers. This is pretty realistic, but 10 cents per view is really, really expensive. However, these are views from high intent countries where the purchasing power is high, relatively speaking, to the world, and the ad cost is really expensive as well. So United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, running ads in those countries is really expensive. So that's why 10 cents per view, you're getting a view from these countries. That's why it's so expensive. If you try to add countries like, India or Pakistan, you would get views for a lot cheaper price. Depends on what audience you want to grow. So take that in mind. If you want to grow just subscribers, you can do all of the countries. You can target every country in the world. It's just you have to do it manually, which is a bit tedious, but that's how it is. Or you can just target the expensive countries, but then the expense per view is going to be a lot more. If you do have an ad account, you can see the details of this ad running in your Google Ads account. You can find a bit more details on the promotion inside of Google Ads. So this is it. You can see this number over here. It's the same as this one. You can see promotion name. Here you go. That's the promotion name. So if you have a Google Ads account, you can find a way to check a bit more details. This is running a bit behind on data, but it will catch up. So you can see subscriber count, click-through rate of the ad itself. And over here, you can actually, these percentages, how long did the viewers watch your video? So 1/4, half, or the entire video. So my 30 views I got, all of them dropped off on the quarter or just after the quarter. Basically, everybody had dropped off before the half of the video. So you can get that data from Google Ads, whereas you cannot see that in the YouTube Promotions tab. And you can see also that happening on the retention graph of the actual video, the analytics. So if you go to engagement, you can see those are the ads over here have started. You can see 14 seconds on average, 20 seconds, 2 seconds on average, 35 seconds. So somebody probably watched it. And this is why the retention, you can see everybody's dropped off from right about here. You decide if you want to use YouTube promotions, it can ruin your video. So bear that in mind. If you want to do an experiment, you can do it really cheaply. You can target different countries, but bear in mind, it might ruin your video. So use a video that you can use as an experiment. It's not the best way to promote your channel. It is really expensive depending on the countries you're targeting. So if I run an ad on all of my videos, I'll probably be spending hundreds of pounds or dollars per week. Yeah, not sure if I'm not gonna make the algorithm mad because it will ruin the retention of all of my videos. Up to you to decide. Hope this video was helpful. If you want to watch something else that's helpful for you, then I'm gonna pop a video here on screen for you, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.